What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are now watching Kinetic Outcome, and we are with...
MCRT, or Rhythmical Thinker, as some people know me.
And you can call him Ed as well. And
yeah.
Congratulations to Ed, because he just got engaged.
Yeah, got recently engaged to my fiancée Harmony, so say hi to her.
Shout outs. Yeah, so to get this started, a little bit of an introduction of yourself, then take yourself back to your influence in your younger days to how it got you to where you are now, rapping and going around China to do a couple of performances every week.
Okay, well, yeah, my name's Ed. I come from England, from Bristol. That's in the southwest of England, originally. When I was a kid, I started singing. I mean, I've been singing my whole life from a very young age. I probably started singing before I even started talking. And yeah, in school, I was singing in choirs in school, doing plays, musical plays in school. I got into a professional choir when I was younger, doing like, choir boy, soprano stuff. And then when my voice broke, I had to quit all that because my voice changed. And
puberty.
Puberty hit, And then I started writing love songs by myself in my room and with this other guy, crappy sort of pop songs. So I've been writing songs since I was about 11 or 12. And then I think when I was 16, I had a friend that was rapping, right? And he really wanted to do like a battle rap kind of thing, like Eminem style. Because around there is when Eminem came out. And
8 Mile.
Well, no, it was long before that. It was like My Name Is kind of thing, right? And I got into that. I really got into Eminem. It was the first kind of accessible rap kind of thing that I'd heard. Anyway, got into battle rapping with this guy. And I'd never done rapping before, but we just got up on stage and had a beat. And we just tried it out, and I was able to do it. Just first time out, so freestyle, So then I got into a band with this guy called Symbiote Clone. That was the first rap group that I got into when I was about 16. And then we made like one album and performed that around Bristol. And then that fizzled out when I went to university in Bristol, and then I kind of got into drum and bass emceeing when I was at university with a few DJs I knew there. Again, just because I knew some guys that were doing it, and they said, just you rap, come along, bring your mic and have a go. And then I just got into it from that. And I've been doing it a long time then, and then I had a long break with drum and bass, and I've been doing drum and bass again recently. I don't know where it came from, but again, I got some friends doing it, so we're doing it. I've had about 4 rap duos since Symbiote Clone. I had Symbiote Clone, and then like a few others that never really made that much music, maybe a couple of EPs and stuff. And then maybe 4 years ago, I met Eric Archer, Improv Logic. He's the other half of Mighty Orphans. And Mighty Orphans is the current like rap hip hop duo that I'm doing right now. So I guess that's about it for rap anyway. So my rap name is Rhythmical Thinker, right? But it's so long that I shortened it to MCRT, RT being R, Rhythmical, T being Thinker.
I had no idea.
That's why. There you go.
Cool. Well, next up is like, some people haven't decided. I'm sure you have decided because you're kind of like consistent with rapping now. So it's like the process of like the challenges back then to now, getting to where you are, and what are the rewards weighing with the challenges?
Well, as you know, I lived in China and I've lived in Hong Kong. And when I was living in Shenzhen, which is just across the border, before I moved to Hong Kong, I was doing quite a lot of music stuff. And then I thought when I moved to Hong Kong, I'd bring that with me and I could go to open mic nights, meet people, and get involved with the scene really easily. But I didn't find that when I was living here. And I probably had 2 or 3 gigs in Hong Kong in the year and a half I lived here. I didn't meet anybody, Like I was just expecting to meet people and it would be easy. But I didn't, and I didn't push myself too hard either. So I was mainly doing gigs in Shenzhen. And then when we moved back to Shenzhen about 6 months ago, it all started again. I got back with my guy, and we're doing loads more gigs and drum and bass stuff, and even a new band. And so the challenges in Hong Kong for me is just that it's hard to make friends here, I think, if you don't already know people, because people are very busy and they kind of know who they know, and they don't really want to make new friends. I'm talking about people that live here. I mean, obviously, there's loads of tourists coming in, but that's not really going to push you forward musically. It's just for one night you might make a friend or have a fan, but you've got to like meet people, and I never really did. So that was the main challenge for me, is just meeting people and finding opportunities to make music.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's stretch a bit to more of like the rewards area. Like it
Rewards?
doesn't have to be just the networking or the performances, or maybe like
Uh,
just something you won't forget. Like I won't forget performing in 2011 with my past crew, Dope Boy, in front of like a big crowd, and they were listening lyric per lyric. We did a cappella, 16 bars, and they were like, "Oh, every bar!" So,
oh wow, yeah.
like those, anything that you might not forget because it was so amazing, just a dent in your life.
Well, doing rap in China, like I don't really get that. Like people don't listen to every word that I'm saying and like respond to it because they don't understand what I'm saying most of the time. So I mainly just focus on my cadence and bringing the crowd up and stuff like that. So we talk about like a real reward, like a rewarding experience. I think
Could be anything.
It's smaller groups of friends. You know, I do a gig for a smaller group. Like there's a beach in Shenzhen called Xichong Beach, and I often do gigs there, which just like mainly friends and musicians and foreigners, right? And you do gigs there, and people really are listening, and they really are responding to your music, and you get to see all your friends perform, and it's like a real community, you know. And I really like that more than the big things because I feel they're quite impersonal. I really like to push my message through my music, but I feel like a lot of people don't really understand it here in China. So a lot of the time, I don't worry about the message, you know. But when it's just your friends, you know, you feel like they understand, which is nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, what do you think of the people's approach to the culture here in Hong Kong?
Or hip hop culture.
Hip hop and music in general.
Okay,
just
well,
your experience for
yeah.
like the 1.5 year you were here.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure you've been around.
yeah. I mean, I'm not like a hip hop guy, right? I do rap and I make hip hop, but it's just part of my musical thing that I like to do, right? I mean, I also
Music in general.
yeah, so play guitar. I'm also in a band called Unanimous, which is a rock band. When I lived here in Hong Kong, I got the feeling that music isn't valued as something that is needed. You know, it's kind of something that's seen as a hobby. You know, you have got your job, and then music is a hobby. All right, if you like music, then it's a hobby, and you've got to pay to do this hobby because it's a hobby. I don't feel like you go to a club, you go to a place that has music, that the music, if it's original, if it's live, that it's valued. It's put in the same category as a DJ. You know, and yeah, DJs are great for clubs where people just want to dance and party and get drunk. But, you know, where's the live music, the real, you know, stuff that has life? It's not valued, it's not pushed. And the live houses that I've seen here in Hong Kong that I went to, a lot of them have closed down. They couldn't afford the rents, or the government pushing them for visas for all the artists, or
Hidden agenda.
yeah, like Hidden Agenda and a few down the road. I can't remember the name.
R.I.P. to Triple X.
Yeah, Triple X, another one shutting down soon. You know, the last night was last night or tonight, or whatever. It's just crazy, you know. Like these kind of places need to be valued, not shut down. And you know, with a government that's trying to push people out like that and not valuing music or culture. You know, that's part of the reason why I left Hong Kong, because I just don't, that's not something I want to be around, you know. I feel like you guys doing what you're doing, I'm proud of you guys for doing it, because it's not easy. You've got to fight against a lot of BS to get through that, you know, and I was never prepared to do that. Like, I'm just like, I want to make my music. I go on the street and busk, you know, like if you don't give me a gig, I'll just go on the street and beatbox and rap with my friends, you know, because that's just what I want to do. But you guys, you know, you're really professional. So I do respect that a lot.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I'm not.
What about, like, since you mentioned about your experience in Hong Kong, what do you think that you could address out there for the viewers to listen? Because a lot of people who are interested in music will probably be watching this, that you could address out that's debatable.
Okay, well, what I would say first of all is support your local artists, okay? And I don't just mean liking them on Facebook, because that doesn't give anybody anything. Is go out there to their gigs, support them, pay for the entrance, pay for drinks, buy their albums on Bandcamp or wherever it is. Because if you don't do that, then local artists will not continue and you won't have a music culture to enjoy. If you think you can just get freebies all the time, then you will never have good music, and you will just have mainstream music that's produced by an industry that doesn't care about quality. You know, you can buy Rihanna's music because you like it, or whatever, Drake or whatever, go on Spotify and listen to their music all day, but you're not gonna give anybody anything. You're not gonna create a local scene that is gonna be valuable to you as a person. So my advice to people who like music is support people. Spend your money on people that need it, not the big businesses. They don't need the money, okay? It's like if you live in a small town and you just go to McDonald's and KFC, then all the local people who are making good food that's good for you aren't going to go out of business, and you're not going to have access to any good food anymore. All right, it's the same with music. So that's what I would say to those people. Okay, support your local artists.
Cool. What would people expect from you though, like in terms of style?
Well,
you were mentioning about drum and bass a lot, but
yeah.
you know the upcoming projects you're working on.
So yeah, style-wise,
will it be different? Or?
Yeah, it's different. So Mighty Orphans is like underground hip hop, very message-based. Our beats, they could be better. Lyrically, it's what we focus on, and we're just pushing our message of what we have on our mind. So whether it's about love, about big business, or injustice, or racial inequality, or whatever it is, we just, you know, we sit down, we write our lyrics, and we talk about our message, and then we try and push it out. Drum and bass, MCRT, is just get on the mic, get a bit drunk, freestyle about whatever's on your mind, and make the crowd hyped and enjoy it, right? And the other thing that I'm involved in right now is called a band called Unanimous, and that's like a heavy rock band. I'm the lead singer, all original, and we've done about 8 songs so far. We're trying to make a whole album, so maybe like 15 songs.
When will it be out?
Well, when it's finished, I guess probably summer this year. I'm aiming to get it recorded professionally.
If the styles connect though, I'm actually curious because I've been looking for a band for quite a while now to like work with like rap/meat stuff.
Well, I don't rap in that band. It's just singing.
Like rap and singing, like putting that together.
Well,
like that's something I've been interested in.
Yeah, I like that concept.
MGK does it, man.
Yeah,
and
I like that concept. Yeah. And I think it works really well if it's done right. And I guess on some songs are maybe like a little bit rappy, but it's mainly like rock, you know, all the way.
All right.
I have been in a rap singing kind of thing before, and that was fun. But I don't know. Right now, I'm not doing it. But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm definitely open to it.
Yeah. Next question is like just people you look up to. Could be musicians, anyone in general, or your parents.
Well, my parents aren't music people. No one in my family, apart from my cousin, is into music whatsoever. My sisters like singing, but they're not like, don't take it seriously, you know. So yeah, no one in my family really influenced me to get into music. I think I didn't even start to even begin to think I would get into music till I was about 25. And then I was like, I'll get in a band and I'll try, right? Because my mum always said it's more of a hobby. Than, you know, something you can.
But 25
pursue.
was your like moment of.
Yeah, I was like,
truth.
screw it, man.
You're like,
I'll
do this.
Yeah, I want to do more music, and I want to be a singer. I want to be a rapper.
Did
That's
anyone
what I
influence you in that process?
Because
the girl influenced me. It's like, why don't you go for it?
I think it was just some parents of other people, some of my friends I was talking to. They said, like, I know from experience that you just got to do it. If you want to do it, do it. Don't mess around. Today is the day, you know. Tomorrow never comes and all that. So I just started doing it, and I really believe that you want to do something, just start doing it today, and eventually
you'll get better.
You'll get better at it if you just keep at it. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. You just keep at it, even if it's just little by little. And I don't think I have like a lot of influences. I like music. I like listening to music, but I wouldn't say that I have a specific influence.
It's more like fully you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm influenced by musicians, but it's not specific. It's just all different genres that I like listening to, like rock or rap or hip hop or pop, or anything really. Or bring it into what I'm writing. Also a lot of politicians and revolutionaries and stuff, you know, like I feel like I connect with those kind of people, even though I'm a bit of a coward, but I would like to, you know, be a revolutionary, I guess, in some ways. But I'm too cowardly to do it. So I do it in music. You know, I write about what I want to change and put it in my music, you know.
That could be the one that turns into.
Yeah, you never know. I hope so. I hope people listen to it and they go, yeah, maybe we should look at this a different way or whatever.
Well, next up is throughout the process of the non-supportive side of things, before you pursued it full on 25, like what were the negative things that were maybe holding you back then, and how do you overcome it to now?
Well, To be honest, I've been very lucky in my life. I don't think anybody really was in my face being negative. That just is my situation. I'm quite a lucky guy. Come from a very middle-class place in England where people aren't in your face about things. So it was really my choice. I didn't really have a lot of naysayers. Most people are very supportive, you know? So, and if somebody is negative, well, I'll listen to them. I'll take it as constructive criticism and I will try to improve what I'm doing, you know? I don't really make music for other people so much as I make it for myself I need to get it out. You know, there's something inside me that needs to get out.
And you feel good when it's out.
Yeah, I feel good when I'm performing, I feel good when I'm writing and listening. And if other people enjoy it, then I enjoy that. But if they don't enjoy it, I go, well, that's okay. You know, music is like food. You can't like everything, and you don't like my music, then that's fine, you know.
We talked about it earlier already, since you mentioned you were working on something for 2018, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we don't need to revisit that path.
Well, I also, I mean, yeah, I'm doing this Unanimous album.
Oh, if you, sure.
I also want to make a new Mighty Orphans album because we haven't made an album since 2016.
Okay, then that's something to look forward to.
We've made a few songs here and there, but we haven't because we're both busy. So to get down and actually write the new album, because we perform lots, but we don't write new stuff. So I really want to do that, and I really want to make a solo hip hop album as well, because my buddy in Mighty Orphans, Eric, Improv Logic, he just made an EP. He just dropped it very recently. And I want to do that too. I want to write my own album, right? And get everything out that's not suitable for anything else. Yeah, I want to do it. I wanted to do it last year, but I didn't get around to it.
Let's look forward to that end of this year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Cool. And then the album probably 2019?
Maybe. We'll see. Try and get it out as quickly as possible.
All right. Well, once again, it's a wrap. And ladies and gentlemen, Kinetic outcome, and the door's closing right now because we're done.
Cheers.